Good evening and welcome to RuneNews. It's your boy Ryan, back again, dedicating my time to bring the most accurate and up-to-date news to all the cheeky M-words across the RuneScape community. We're going to start off with some big news this week where we're going to discuss a couple of issues that have come up once again from a repeat offender who's also one of the biggest streamers and content creators in the RuneScape community. Now before getting into this part of the video, I've got to state right now that in order to follow YouTube's guidelines and policies on bullying and harassment, everything I'm about to say is a joke. So welcome everyone to this segment of exposing Sparc Mac. Now when I say exposing, we know a lot of the bullshit this guy's about. There's real world trading, there's constant harassment and bullying to other streamers and content creators on the platform. There's just being an arrogant asshole.
Fuck them niggers!
Whoa! Okay, I had to leave. For fuck's sake, bro.
There was a situation about 5 years ago where he was having a conversation with Mod Ronan about how in 1 week he won about 3 bill in stakes. He then went PKing and kept getting ragged, so he went back to staking and lost that 3 bill. And then he got angry and started complaining about it, and people like Alfie Rules were explaining to him that the odds of winning a stake is 50-50. There is no one else to blame but yourself for doing this. Sparc Mac then immediately bans him from the clan chat, like he does with anyone who tries to criticize him, and then began talking to Mod Ronan about trying to ban people for real world trading, specifically people from the main stakers CC. Now, I think that's ironic, obviously, because Sparc Mac himself is a real world trader, so maybe he should be banned. And then to top it off at the end, Mod Ronan basically says, "Don't tell me how to do my fucking job." And then my boy Tim has the audacity to reply saying, "I've been making videos for 6 years and you make me want to stop." Like anyone gives a shit. Tim, the RuneScape community doesn't owe you shit because you have a large following and have been making videos for numerous years. The next time something doesn't go your way and you try to use your platform to push your ideas and complain about everything because you're not happy with the way that you're losing money, even though it's 100% your own fucking fault, don't sit there and tell people, "Oh, you maybe want to stop making videos." Fucking stop. The majority of us will not give a shit. Which leads me to again this week, another incident which I'm sure a lot of people have seen now. It's about a week old. Basically, in the Yard clan chat, Tim lost a bunch of money staking, so he's going to spend the next 7 years trying to get 40k Dark sets. Cool. Go do it. That'd be a great video. Don't upload for 7 years. Go do that, then come back. See if we give a shit. So people ask him how much he lost and that they've got his back, and then his next comment is that he loves how he's given so much to the brothers and no one's got his back, which is probably the stupidest thing he could have said. It just shows that he doesn't give 2/3 of a shit about his fan base or the audience. Admittedly, he doesn't really have to, but this is just flat out false. People donate to him all the time, but where's most of your fucking money coming from? I would not even be bothered if you used real world trading to buy your gold back. It'd almost balance out since you used it to get the gold out of the fucking game to begin with. And there's people just offended in the chat like, you're one of the richest players in the game and you're begging for fucking donations right now. And this has been going on for years, you know. The fans are pretty much saying, look, we pay your fucking bills. How else are you getting your money? It's quite simply put that you are the biggest asshole in the game, or you're just fucking stupid. So one of the players rubbed out his name asking if he's really begging for donations, was then kicked from the fucking clan chat. Once again, Sparc Mac kicking people from his clan chat for criticizing him. Don't say stupid shit online if you can't take the criticism. You know that what you're saying is fucking stupid and selfish. It's one of the main reasons I want to put this segment in the video. You can't get rid of this. You can't stop me from criticizing you here. And people might even agree with me and support it. Who knows? What would be really funny if people stopped referring to you as Sparc Mac and started referring to you as Sparc Whack. Because that's what you fucking are. To run a clan chat and kick people because of their criticism is the definition of a bitch. So the player who got kicked from the clan chat and shared those screenshots got back in a few hours later and was just asking if anyone was around when he was begging for donations, and the meme just rolls on with Bush attempting to click player from friends chat. So it shows that obviously everyone is aware of him being like this. Some people are still diehard fans and don't see the problem, which is totally fine. You're open to have your own opinion. Obviously what I've said isn't exactly anything new. He's always been like this. He's always been a bit of an asshole to people, but I'm not sure if there's many people on YouTube or Twitch calling him out for this bullshit. He can censor people in his clan chat all he wants, but he can't censor this video. He can't do anything about me criticizing him now. And once again, like I said, to follow YouTube's community guidelines on bullying and harassment, this whole video is a joke. Now moving on to old school RuneScape news, it's good to see Jagex pulling out an update even though they're on lockdown and this virus is affecting the way they work, so it's good to see them still pulling out all the strings. This week we've got some quality of life improvements, starting off with a big one for Sarachins. They've reduced the respawn timer from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. It saves you help and words. You can get more kills in, more kills per hour, more gold next. p per hour. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nice work, Jagex. Appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the Saracen's Guide for Noobs in the channel. The link will be in the description because it's a fucking banger. They made improvements to the crystal impling, so it drops crystal shards and acorns now when you capture them. Fucking awesome. They removed the talk to option on all the hand members that you can't attack, which is great. And as you're all aware, we're probably having some login issues at the moment, and they're trying to trial a few things to improve it. I believe as soon as the update came out, some people were having some login issues, so obviously they weren't successful this time around, but it's good to see they're taking note of this issue and they're trying to fix it, because I had the issue myself. I was worried I was getting hacked, had to recover my account, and then I got in anyway. I just found out that it was working on my mobile data but not on my Wi-Fi. It was really fucking confusing, but it's good to see that they're tackling this issue almost immediately. That's mostly it for old school RuneScape news. There's a couple other small updates here and there, but it wasn't a huge week again, but there was still some good content to be covered. And now for RuneScape 3. I'm trying my best to improve the RuneScape 3 content on this show because I want to satisfy everyone in the audience. There's a lot of people saying they want to know more about RuneScape 3. They don't want me just shitting on it all the time, which I totally agree with and I'm all for. However, the one time I tried to get information for RuneScape 3, the website seemed to be down and I just didn't have the time to pull it together. So next week I'll be trying to put some more RuneScape 3 content out. So in the meantime, I guess this is my last chance to say the RS3 is shit. A new segment I want to try this week is me giving out a pro tip to the community, because I go onto RuneScape Facebook pages and then there's a cluster of different sorts of people. You've got people who know what they're talking about, you've got experienced players, noobs, and then you've got people who don't know what the fuck they're on about, whether they just don't have the experience or they just have the wrong information completely. So I feel like it's my duty as a reporter to share as much information about the game as I can. This week's pro tip is about scamming and hacking, and it's very simple. You'll have links like this, where Old School RuneScape sponsored, they're giving out fucking free bonds because of COVID-19. This is a scam. Do not click this shit. Do not click anything. It says securerunescape.com at the bottom. It's not. Alright? Anything like this as well, and this also goes for double XP when it comes to old school RuneScape. There is no double XP ever in old school RuneScape. It will never happen. Any emails you get, any posts on Facebook, don't click them. Don't log into any website unless it's the official RuneScape website. I don't know how many times Jagex needs to fucking tell you this, but I'm telling you now as well. Just don't fucking do it. Don't ask the questions.
Is this a scam? Am I gonna get hacked for this? Oh no, I got hacked for 500 mil.
It's your own fucking fault. Don't believe any fucking shit you see. If you are curious, go to Old School RuneScape's news page. It's the homepage of the OSRS website, and if it's not on there, it's not legit. It's that simple. Now before I hand you over to Wade Green for a Grand Exchange update, I just want to give a brief update on the channel itself, just so you guys are aware of where I'm going. I've had a few people concerned that I'm going to run out of bosses soon to do guides on what's next. Well, I'm actually in the process of doing quest guides as well. It's the same caliber as my boss guides. It's going to be quick, easy, and hopefully funny. I intend to do all the quests, I intend to do all the bosses. I'm going to do each raid boss individually as well as a full raid guide as well. But I'm fucking dog shit at raids. I haven't had enough time to actually have a look at it. So if I get any requests of a specific boss, I'll try to push that one out a bit sooner. But just so you're all aware, I'm not going to run out of content. I've got plenty of fucking ideas to keep myself going. I'm trying to prioritize quality over quantity. And now I'm going to hand you over to Wade Green for a Grand Exchange update. Alright. What's up everyone, Wade Green here, welcome to another Grand Exchange update. Now this week's biggest rise, we got the Mine Tiara. Once again, another fucking useless tiara here. 4 GP, the biggest rise. There's not a single fucking rise on the fucking guide here. If this is the biggest rise, then I am scared for the economy. Obviously it works off a percentage, but 0% and then negative 20%. I think Jagex has got their shit wrong this month. I'll have to do some research into this because this is not right. I don't want to be branded as fake news. Now this is more like it. The biggest drop this week, we have the jute seed. Once again, another fucking useless seed. We're sick of seeing them, but everyone's fucking dropping them. Look at that, from 10 GP to 1, like it's fucking nothing. Fuck me. Keep those fucking seeds dropping, boys, because we don't fucking want them. And now for this week's most valuable trade, we've got the Tbow. 1.1 billion. Look at the rise in price there. It's ironic that since countries have been going into lockdown, the price has been going up. So make sure you keep your Tbows in hand because they're going to keep going. If you can invest, I'd probably still invest now because I can see it rising for a little bit longer still. Plenty of fucking money to be made there, boys. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for, this week's girlfriend. 9.3k. We're fucking getting close, boys. Back up to 10k. I'm fucking loving the work. Look at that fucking price rise. There's been no plateau since last week's episode. It's just going gone. Just a 1% increase today alone is fucking insane. We just gotta keep on top of it. Keep trading those girlfriends. We're in isolation now. It's the perfect time to get your hands on them. Get them while they're fucking hot. Once they're up to 10k, we want to keep seeing that price rise. Just keep fucking moving. There's not really too much more advice I can give you at this situation. Things are looking good on the Grand Exchange. I'm gonna sort out the biggest rises because that mine tiara seems a bit dodgy to me, but we'll fucking figure it out, boys. Thank you for watching. I'm Wade Green, and this is your Grand Exchange update. Back to you, Ryan. And now for this week's Ironman Moments, we're going to start off with a fresh meme. Now, if you remember last week, we had an image come in from a player called Ryan who got the mining pet. I was a bit pissed off about it. Well, he sent through another Ironman moment this week. This time, he's doing something good for the community, and we can really support him for this. He's single-handedly taking on the virus, performing his everyday duties, simple farm run. So if you see Ryan running through the streets, be sure to give him a pat on the back because he's doing some serious work for the community that I don't see anyone else doing at the moment. Next up, we got Tbow420 getting Ranger's boots on his first medium clue scroll, and if you notice his health and prayer level, he can't be that far into the grind. So that's a fucking drop and a half right there, boys. If that ain't a good drop for Iron Man, then I don't know what the fuck is. And our final Iron Man moment is fucking great. You may have seen my recent Barrows guide where I ran through with no gear but a black salamander. Got myself a Guthan's helmet on my 7th chest. Now this Iron Man unfortunately is trying to get all the Barrows gear. He's done 2,400 chests and is still missing the Karel's top. I don't know what else to say for this man. That's upsetting. It's fucking hilarious, but I'd be fucking upset if I'm getting 15 fucking Karel's helmets and not a single top. Fuck that. Just stick to D'hide, mate. That's everything we have this week for Iron Man Moments. Be sure to send in any more requests or images or any sort of gaming moments you have in general that we can show on RuneNews for the community each week. Now this week's open poll is a good one. I always post it in the same group that gives me the best response from the community. And this week I asked the community which scam you had fallen for. Unfortunately, one of the admins in the group deleted the fucking post, so I don't have anything to poll for today. So you can blame that cunt, whichever one it is. Here's a list of the fuckers. I did try disputing it and asking why you're deleting harmless fucking open polls, and I didn't get a response typically. So next week's poll will be the same thing but in a different group, and I'll try to find a group where I can post these sort of polls and not have people trying to delete shit all the time, because now I'm out of content. Now you guys have no idea which scams have been most effective and which ones you want to try on the next noob you see come across in the GE. That pretty much rounds up this episode of RuneNews. Thank you for watching. Remember to stay away from Sparc Wax clan chat. He doesn't deserve the recognition. He doesn't deserve the recognition with the way that he fucking behaves. He can keep making his videos, keep watching his content all you want. You can enjoy that shit, but as a person and as a player, he's not really that funny. He's pretty toxic. There are better clan chats to be in where you can openly say what you want and not get fucking kicked for it. Thanks again for watching RuneNews. I'm your host, Ryan. Good night.